So this is the flowchart of the previous example. So first start, then set that count is equal to 0 and sum is equal to 0. Then after that, so input the number. So here our condition is if the number is equal to 0. So our condition is when the user input the 0, then only stop the program. So first check that number is equal to 0. If the number is not equal to 0, which means that we are going to execute the next step. If when the number is equal to 0, then we are going to stop the program. So if the number is equal to 0, which means that uh, if the number is equal to 0, so if it is no, which means that the number is not equal to 0, then we are going to add that number to our sum. So again we increment the count by 1. So here using the count means we need to find the average. So average means sum divided by count. So for that purpose here we are going to increment the count. So after increment the count, we are going to accept the second number. So accepting of that number is also in the loop. So look at the here is a closed circuit from the input number to checking statement. So this is the loop. So after getting the number, we are again check that number is equal to 0. If the number is not equal to 0, then again it is added to the sum, then increment the count by 1, then again input the another number. So this loop is executed until when the user input has 0. When the user is equal to a 0, then it is moved to the right part, which means that the S part. So if the number is equal to 0, then we find the average using sum divided by count. Here in the looping statement, the sum and count we are already calculated. So that is sum divided by count. Then we get the average. Then print the average and stop. So this is the repetition. So repetition means that we are going to execute some statements more than one times based on a condition. This is called a repetition. So these are the main three type of flow of control: sequence, selection and repetition.